sun it disappears. When you wake up and you're in fear, when it all weighs you down, I'll be the one who's coming round. When the routine bites you hard, when the jokes have gone too far, when the world brings you down, I'll be the one who's coming round.
Hi folks, welcome to Vinyl Reveals episode number 19, season 2, shall we call this, just so we can keep tracks what the hell's going on. Happy New Year, and it's a bit belated, nearly into February. Snow's falling, very wintry looking, so that would explain today's title, which is Best in Snow. A bit of play on words there, of Best in Show, which reminds me of a song by the Viagra Boys, funny enough, called Best in Show. It'd be worth checking that out. But yeah, snow's falling, a little bit chilly. It took me ages to get back in the swing of things. But Vinyl Reveals is back. Do not despair. We're back. Yeah, episode 19. So there we go. And Best in Snow, and that was put forward by Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you very much for that. Very apt. I wish I'd have put a jumper on, put some more heating on. My hands are freezing. So let's get with it. Episode 19. So anyway, let's crack on. And that little bit of intro music there is by a band called Smoke Screens. I have written something down about them somewhere. No, I've lost it. I've left it somewhere else. See? First one's probably left it over there. Anyway, yeah, I know where it is now. Oh God, not good. That was called I Love Only You by the Smoke Screens, and they're from Los Angeles. Kind of a Velvet Underground type feel to them. Fairly newish band. Inspired a bit by Flying Nun, New Zealand record. Yeah. Well, I've completely lost the plot. Anyway, yeah, they're from Los Angeles, and they had an album out called A Strange Dream last year, and I seem to have come into quite a few albums quite late from last year, which I've had a few turn up, which I've liked, and I've got one coming. So there might be a few reviews and reveals coming up in the next few episodes of the albums from last year. See how we get on. Just going to leave it open and see what transpires at the moment. But this one it's revealed today is an album from 2021, and so we shall crack on with it. Now I had to open this up to make sure what it was. I've had a few coming, but I haven't gone any further than just that. So here we go. Today's vinyl reveal. Let's try and see what's going on here. What's a fancy bit of packaging. Okay, where are we? Let's try and get this the right way up. What's going on? Oh yeah. Okay. Today's vinyl reveal is the album Drunk Tank Pink by Shame. The band Shame. Now, if you've viewed a previous episode of Vinyl Reveals, I did Shame's first debut album. One of the first Vinyl Reveals, I think it was. Songs of Praise was this one here. So that was their debut album, Songs of Praise, released in 2018, I think. And this is their follow-up album, Troublesome Number 2. Or is it? We shall see. Anyway, there's the cover, and I'll take the cellophane up, but there is a little sticker there on the front. Let's just get that out of the way, put my glasses on. Okay, and we've got, this is by Dead Oceans, and includes a digital download, and it says, the blood and guts, spirit and devious charm is still present, but has grown into something bigger, something deeper, a claustrophobic, gnarly, but ultimately hopeful collection of 11 songs that capture shame at the peak of their powers and a peek into the mind of one of the UK's most unique frontmen, Charlie Steen. Limited edition Galaxy Pink vinyl. Okay, so fair enough. We shall see about that, shan't we? Whether or not they're at their peak yet, or maybe let's hope they're not at their peak yet. But anyway, it's their second album, the kids. Drunk Tank Pink. So let's just get that off. Now I've gone up a notch here. I've ditched the scissors and gone very technical. Got a scalpel blade. Hopefully make me get into these a little bit easier. Not cause any crazy damage, which I never did with the scissors, but yeah. That wasn't intentional. I got them for something else. I just saw it this morning. I thought, oh, I'll use them. There you go. We're in. Take that off. And you can see the cover a little bit better there. Some of the coated stuff. Black and white photography of some guy. A double picture of it. Double exposure, I suppose you call that. Of some guy. Maybe he's sat there in the drunk tank, because the drunk tank is some of you may know, is a cell where they used to throw, maybe still do, throw the drunks on a Saturday night or Friday night, throw them all in this big cell and wait for them all to sober up, essentially. That's a drunk tank. And pink, Drunk Tank Pink is at some point along the line, not sure if it was in the Navy or something, they introduced the colour of pink and paint the drunk tanks pink, this certain shade of pink that had been determined to be a calming colour, the most calming colour they could have. So paint the cell pink and then it'd calm all the piss heads down. Not sure if that worked all the time, but hey ho. So yeah, Drunk Tank Pink, an interesting title. I like the title of the album, but just shame over there. In this kind of fairly universe type style. I don't know what that is. Euro style a little bit. Is that Euro style? Not fun. Yeah, so that's quite a nice cover. Quite like that. The ambiguity of it. And then on to the back. Okay, we've got a picture there. Not sure where that is. Almost looks like the Yorkshire neck of the woods, Dales, that kind of area. I'm not sure. Maybe someone filming. Maybe it's downstairs somewhere. And then right at the bottom we've got Dead Oceans record company, 2021, Dead Oceans Inc. All rights reserved. Got barcode, and then just a rundown there, a nice simple rundown there on the back of the tracks. Should we go through? Looks like on side one we have Alphabet, followed by Nigel Hitter, followed by Born in Luton, followed by March Day, followed by Water in the Well, and lastly on that side, Snow Day. On the second side we've got Human for a Minute, Great Dog, 6/1, is that 6 to 1 or 6 foot 1 or whatever that is, and Harsh Degrees, and then finally we finish with Station Wagon. So yeah, it's quite a desolate looking, there's no traffic on that road, maybe that's sort of a lockdown kind of, my god, you know, what we've come to. That's what I'm trying to get across. And of course this album's been produced during lockdown essentially, so well done to the guys for getting an album out during this time, which ain't the easiest, I should imagine. Let's get inside and see what we've got. Okay, pop that up there. I quite like that cover. Okay, we've got a digital download card. Let's pop that there. And then we've got a fold out 4-page. Let's just look at that side. And there we've got a painting. It looks like it was done last year. I'm not sure who that painting's by, if it's by one of the guys. Can't quite see the the signature there. Be interested to find out. I quite like that. another country scene with a guy in a canoe on a little well, I suppose you'd call that a little pool. Very interesting. I like it. Nice. Good stuff. I like a bit of art. Anyway, this is like an uncoated stock, which is quite nice. And then on the other side, we've got all the lyrics, which is cool. Be interesting to get into that. Not always easy lyrically to follow, but yeah, be interesting to have a good look at the lyrics on that. And down the bottom there, we've just got thanks, a lot of thanks, a lot of thanks to a lot of people down there. Everybody's covered, I should think, which is good. Friends, family, that kind of thing. People at the studios. Most importantly, to Sharon, Terry, Josh's parents, they allowed us to write and demo most of these songs in their attic, which is pretty cool. Enduring what we can only assume was a maddening experience of listening to us playing these songs a million times over every single day. So well done to Sharon and Terry, Josh's parents. Fantastic, that's good to hear. Josh is Josh Finnerty. So yeah, Sharon and Terry Finnerty, well done. I mean, bloody hell, I bet you can grab this all over. We'll get to that later. So yeah, I like that. That's very nice. Pop that up there. Put that over there, out of the way. Okay, then we got the inner sleeve. Okay, opens at the top. And then we got some images there, which kind of might explain that painting slightly. That looks like the same pool, maybe the same area. It'd be interesting to know where these images were taken. Quite nice. The guys out of the band, very situated. Looks like a youth hostel there or something. Proudly showing off his Liverpool scarf. The drummer. Is that Charlie Forbes? And on there, just got the bottom right. We've got produced and mixed by James Ford, recorded at La Frette in France, and engineered by Anthony Cazade, mixed at Studio 53 London, mastered by Matt Colton. That's quite nice. And then we've got the boy's mugging for the camera, or Charlie at least. Yeah, so interesting stuff. That's quite nice. I like that. Just like the candidness of that. And Charlie and the drum there. No, that's the guitarist. One of the guitarists with their tops off in freezing cold. So well done. Okay, cool. Front cover photography or photo by Tegan Williams. Back cover photo by Starkey Ray. Inner sleeve photos by Charlie Forbes and the gang, some of the band members. Oh, the canoe painting there, the previous canoe painting, that's by Charlie Steen, the lead singer. There you go, tells you all about it. Good stuff, well done. And designed by Anne Marie Fitzgerald. Additional design and inner labels by Rosie Actually Symes. Additional design by, these names aren't easy. Additional design by Tatiana Pozuela Mendez. Photo editing by David L.F. Smith. Save the day, David Smith. This album is dedicated to Robert Arthur Jones, 1967 to 2020. Rest in peace. So that's a nice little dedication there to this guy, Robert Arthur Jones. Looks like he passed away last year. So nice dedication, guys. That's lovely. Really, really well done. Good stuff. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's see what we've got inside, vinyl wise. Okay, let's pop that there. Okay, we've got this, I call that candy pink. What do I call that? Candy pink vinyl with a swirl. It's like a, yeah, it's like magenta, I suppose you'd call that. I like that. That's nice. A nice swirl on it. See-through. And then on the end of this we have the kind of reverse negative of the image of the hills on the back of the main cover, which is quite nice. And then just got a track listing on there, and Dead Oceans, yeah, C204 33R and the third RPM. which is cool. And let's just see if there's anything on the run-off. Scratched in there. Yeah, it's just scratched in the record number, the catalogue number, A1 and B. Yeah, on the B side we've just got Matt at Metropolis, so that's pretty cool. Is there anything there? Yeah, just Matt at Metropolis. Yeah, B, side B the same, slightly different image, slightly closer in somehow, with the track listing, which is quite nice. Quite like that, nice and simple. So well done, guys. And they nearly match up, not far off. Cool, that's nice. Decent weight. I'd say that's about 150. About 150. So let's weigh it. Back on the scales. Here we go. See if I've still got it. Let's go for 145. Oh, I should have stuck to 150. 150 bang. There we go. So that's nice. Nice piece of vinyl. I like that. Attractive. And of course goes with pink. So there's Drunk Tank pink, kind of magenta pink feel to it. Swirls, sort of a bit of light and lighter and coming to darker there and whatnot. So I like that. Good stuff. Right, where's my... Let's put it back in there. So yeah, this could be the essentially Drunk Tank Pink by Shame, their second album. Yeah, a lot of bands obviously kind of live and die by their second album, and it's always difficult after you've spent spent 2-3 years putting the first album together, and all your ideas from 3 years or 4 years or whatever have gone into this album. All that rehearsing, all that time, so your first album can be, and their first album was really good start. There was nothing crazy experimental about it or anything like this. It is what it is, but Charlie's obviously got this real presence, and they've got this vibrancy about them, which came across on the first record. And there's some good hooks in there and things like this, some good melodies, and there's a nice little, it's not a standard guitar, indie guitar fare at the end of the day. Been too crazy, but they've kind of stepped on from that with this one. They're still it's still angry post-punk, like Proto Martin, if you've heard those guys, it's sort of kind of similar sound to them. But we've got Charlie Steen, we've got Eddie Green, Charlie Forbes, Josh Finnerty and Sean Coyle Smith. So there's 5 of them, so they can make a racket, believe me, and they've always got, it's almost like they're all there, they all want to say in this, which is cool, really cool. And obviously it's been put together during lockdown as well, so well done to the guys for getting this out and under these experiences. And obviously they've not been able to get out a lot, so they haven't been touring, so you think, well, where's the experience coming from for these songs, for them to write these songs? They're not going out on the piss, and they're not traveling the world, and they're not bumping into these things that you think, oh, that might we might make a song out of that, there's something in that. So a lot of these songs are based on this insular way we've been living for nearly the past year now, all very tight and doom laden. What's next, what's coming, this uncertainty, and there's a lot of anger out there, and I think it comes through nicely on this album. And they've kind of they've stepped away a little bit from where they were before, but they've produced a good album. And the release date of this was 15th of January, so it's only been out, what's that, 10 days, something like that. Obviously a follow-up to the debut, the Brixton based, and their first song, it's a bit of a kind of, they released a couple of songs, which ones were they? Let me just check. Kind of Alphabet and Nigel Hitter. Nigel Hitter, they released that just before they released the album. And you kind of got the feel from listening to these first two, that, oh my God, they have changed. There's something gone on here. They've kind of gone out of the comfort zone a little bit. But and you're like, I'm not sure about this. But anyway, so there's a bit of a, an okay start, but I think it really picks up. Born in Luton is track 3, and that kind of it starts. It's funky, brings a bit of funky into their style. I really heard that on the first one. Quite funky, it's nice. Starts almost like a car engine, like this frantic car engine type sound. They're making some interesting sounds with the guitars in this. I thought there's quite a bit of experimentation with the sounds, just basic sounds from the guitars, but you know, doing some very different stuff and interjecting little bits here and there. You've got to be kind of, your head's a bit everywhere. You've got to really kind of take this on, concentrate. Some interesting guitar in there, like a real deep bass in this one as well, and some really funky percussion. And it's got a catchy, bubbling, almost tremulous, funky feel to it all the way through. It's like, you know, keeps your attention. Very anxious, like a bit of an anxious, bawling lyric delivery as well, which is pretty cool. And there's some interesting lyrics in there. At 105, there's like a change in mood. Like, it starts off this raucous, funky thing, and then there's a change, goes down a level, and it goes, I've been waiting outside for all of my life. And now I've got to the door, there's no one inside. When are you coming back? When are you coming home? Which is quite nice. Some nice lyrics in there, interesting stuff. Be nice to get into the lyrics a bit deeper and see exactly what the hell's going on. And there's a nice line in there too, letterbox open so I can feel the AC, air conditioner. So I really like that song, Born in Luton, or Bill as they kind of title it themselves. So I thought that was the first real kind of standout track on there. And then going on then, there's a couple more. So it's decent side one. Watering the Well, decent song, good song. I like that one. But the next one I'm going to pick out is a song called Snow Day. Very insular, like COVID lockdown type feel to this. Metronomic guitar lead in. It's got quite future sounds in here. There's another, again, we've got this doom laden low bass feel to it. And got some lyrics in this one. I dismiss everything I see in front of me. All mountains crumble and turn to dust. I live deep. I can read that. I live deep within myself like everybody else. Really like that. Nice line. Good stuff. It's got rolling, frenetic drums in there. So like a bit of a crazy jam session at one point. Everybody wants to have their say what it feels like on this album a little bit. Like they've been stuck in this bloody loft. And they're like, yeah, let's all have a go on this and let's, you know, really sort of get it out there and see what we can do. And I like it. I think it's good. There's some interjected, almost laughing lyrics that, like, Charlie does this bit where he almost kind of laughs this lyric, starts this lyric, and he's very vociferous, you know, he's very angry, like not normal. It all comes out there. I can almost taste it is a line in this, which I really liked. And there's some rolling voices, almost wailing to the end as well. So I thought that was a really good song, good one that is, Snow Day. And then go on to side B. And the first one there, Human for a Minute. And this is kind of the first time you kind of take it down a level. And like, you're probably glad of the rest a little bit. This could be COVID related, or it could be a relationship type thing. It's a bit ambiguous there. I'll have to get into the lyrics. But it's the first real kick bass and a bit of a little bit of a breath of fresh air after side one. Some clever interjected guitar in there, and there's a line, why don't you stay just for today, or just for today, why don't you stay? Kind of switches round. And I never felt human, never before you, which is nice. And there's some lovely melodic ending to that as well. And is there piano in that one, or is that the last one? Yeah, it could be some piano in that. But yeah, I really like that song, Human for a Minute. Really good song, and it came at the right time. Really good. And then finally, I picked out the last track. Some other good tracks on there then. I don't think I've completely hit the ball out of the park with this one. But there's some very interesting stuff going on. And it's definitely taken a step in the right direction. Be interesting to see where they go next. With this. Hopefully we'll be out of the lockdown. Boys can spread their wings a bit. Some more experience and yeah, come up with you know, a defining album next time. I think this is a nice step in the right direction. They're definitely going in the right direction. Really good. And it's angry, and they don't sound like anybody else either. You know, they kind of do stand out, and be interesting to hear some of these tracks live if possible, and get out there and see these guys. But anyway, on to Station Wagon, which is a great send-off song. It's got like a bit of a sci-fi beginning to it, a bit like drifting off into space. I've put nice. The music builds nicely layered. There's this backing vocal about one of the guys sings "Hit or Miss." I really like that. Thought that was nice. Something to build on. Almost poetry. A lot of these songs are almost like poetry, poetic. A lot of just like monologue type stuff in this one, especially. There's a lyric on "Sweet enough, but there is no harm in getting sweeter," which I like that. And there's also there's a change of pace in it as well, 250, which I liked. It's quite long, this song, and there's an interesting lyric in there that made me sort of chuckle a little bit. I'm not sure what the hell it was about, but lift up my trousers and feel my earlobes. I mean, what is that about? Maybe I will get deeper into that. When I look at the lyrics, it'll make more sense. Nice upturn in the vocals, great vocal range. Again, he's using his voice different ways with this monologue. Yeah, the monologue begins about 250. There's a change of pace. This piano kicks in and takes over. Some scratchy guitar in there as well. And it's a real builder of tension. This last song, it really kind of builds all the way through to a great ending. I thought that was one of their top songs on the album. Yeah. So Station Wagon, Human for a Minute, Snow Day, Born in Luton, nice all the way through. There's these good songs, and complemented by other songs too. I don't think there's really, you know, there's a couple that I could take or leave, to be honest, but they're not quite hit it out of the park, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Some really good songs on here, just moving forward into a slightly different way of, you know, they might have lost some fans along the way with this, possibly, you know, think it's gone a bit, you know, a bit too experimental, kind of a bit out there kind of thing. But I think that's a good thing. They're lively, they've got a lot to say, and I like it, you know. I'm interested to get it on and read the lyrics. I think you'll make more out of it that way, and it could be a grower. Definitely could be a grower, this one. So I think I'll kind of leave it there. I think that's it for today, and today's first episode of 2021 is Shane with Drunk Tank Pink, the album. Really good stuff. An interesting one, definitely an interesting one to start the year with, and see how we got on. But I'll pop it on. Nicely designed, nothing too crazy. Nice to see pictures of the lads, I like that. So let's put it on. Where should we go? We'll go with Human for a Minute, the slightly slower one. I'll put a bit of that on, which is first song on side B. So thank you for joining me again. Bear with me, might have been a bit rough around the edges because I haven't done one of these for a while, but I'm sure you'll, hate it, love it, hate it, whatever. But yeah, might be worth checking this one out. Have a look at it. Take care. I'll see you again soon. I'll pop it on. Cheers. Bye.
Just for a second.